Hey YouTube, it's Robbie, and today I want to talk to you about something that I have kept very private the last 8 months, and it's really taken me a while to open up about it. I want to talk to you today about my not so ever happy ending. I was with my husband for almost 8 years. I met him when I was 22. I happened to be managing a gay club at that time, and I was young, and I met him, and things progressed really fast, and within months I had moved in with him, and we had our own place, and at that time was living a very normal life. In 2017, we decided to take things further, and I decided that I wanted to get married. And it's something that we had talked about for quite a while in those 7 years that we were together, and never really had the drive to get married. In Colorado, they just passed gay marriage not too long ago, a couple years, and we had talked about it at that time, and it was something that never really crossed our minds. I mean, we called each other husbands, and we lived together, and we shared each other's things, and it really wasn't a big deal for us. But as I got older, marriage is something that I always wanted. I always wanted to have the elaborate ceremony and have all of our close friends together, close family and friends together, and have a big celebration and make it one night to remember. I've always told myself that I'm only going to get married once, and I wanted it to be special. Nonetheless, I decided to plan this huge, elaborate wedding. And for those of you who don't know, I am a big Disney buff, and I thought it would be so cute to have a Disney-themed wedding and have two princes get married and just make it special and unique. I started planning the wedding in October of 2017, and I'll admit that the theme my fiance at the time wasn't really set on. I had to really beg him and show the pros and cons of what this wedding could be like, and finally he got on board, and we started to plan it, and we started to plan our parties and who was going to be involved and how it was going to happen. Nonetheless, I pretty much was the planner of it all, and it was all my creation and a vision that I wanted. As I mentioned, we decided on a Disney-themed wedding, and we decided to bring the characters to life. And I found an amazing seamstress who custom made our outfits. I decided that I was going to be Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid, and my fiance was going to be the Beast from the live remake. The lady that I had found, as mentioned, custom made our outfits. They were an identical replica of the outfits from the movies. I had the perfect sash, the white suit. He had the tailored Beast gown, tailored pants. My mom was Ariel, my sister was Gaston, my brother was Prince Charming, my nephew was our ring bearer who was our Prince Charming. I spent months creating custom centerpieces for the tables, and I had almost every Disney movie incorporated into a custom made centerpiece. We had a 3-tiered Ever After cake with a blue waterfall and the Beast doll and Prince Eric doll, and it was just overall amazing. I created a custom monogram for us that had a king's hat, and the night was absolutely perfect. We were celebrated with family and friends, and it was a night to remember. You know, I had spent so much time working on this wedding, and I couldn't have done it without my mom and my sister and, you know, my close friends who really helped put in so much time to make this night so memorable for me. Needless to say, and this is where I have a hard time talking about it, I filed for divorce in December. We just were not working out. I won't go into much detail, but living with someone who has a lot of stuff going on was very hard for me, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Towards the end there, things got really bad between us, and I don't really want to relive the memory, but I ended up having to move out pretty quickly. I left the house that was supposed to be ours, and I filed divorce a couple days into December. That was probably one of the roughest couple weeks of my life. I really did love my husband, well now ex-husband. At the time, I had devoted so much time and love to be with this person for 8 years that I really lost focus in myself, and I lost interest in things that I enjoyed doing. I lost interest in seeing my family, and I lost time not spending with my family and my nieces and nephews growing up, and it was a tough decision for me to call it quits and move out and start my life all over again. 8 years is a long time to spend with somebody, and I really didn't know how I was going to do it by myself. I didn't know how to carry on my life. You know, my ex-husband and his family was a big support system for me, and we were always together, and we would always do family things, and it was very rough for me. And looking back about it, I want to talk about it because it's making me be the person I am today. It's showing me that I don't have to settle. I don't have to. In reality, I am the creator of my own happiness, and I will be honest, there were times where I wanted to cancel the wedding before it even happened, and I didn't because I had already sent the invitations out, and we had all these plans and things were booked and deposits were put down, and I was thinking about how much money I had spent in the wedding already, and you know, I didn't want it to be an embarrassment. And in all reality now, I've stayed so quiet because I'm still coping and I'm still trying to not let it be an embarrassment. It's taken a lot for me to really open up about this because it meant a lot to me. And I hope, excuse me, by me doing this, I can help others out there know that life will go on. Life will continue. You're your own creator of your own happiness. And I am choosing to finally talk about this because it's going to help me in the healing process. I was devastated when all of this went down. I got depressed. I developed severe anxiety. I didn't know how my life was going to continue. I really wasn't happy with the whole situation, and it finally took a lot of courage for me to call it done. For those of you who know, we have always had a rocky, not necessarily rocky relationship, but there would be times where we'd break up and we would get back together within a couple weeks and things would be fine, and it got into this pattern that kept repeating over and over and over, and it got to a point where this was my last straw. I'm not going into much detail, but I had given my ex multiple chances to fix things, and there was many times where I was left hurt, and I finally just had enough of it, and I had to realize my own self-worth, and I had to realize that I deserve better. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be able to essentially be free and live the life that I wanted to. And it just happened that I couldn't live the life with my ex because we were way too different, and we had drifted apart since the marriage, since the wedding. And I think about it and I wonder if the pressure of the wedding and everything else contributed to where I am now and where we're at now. My message that I want to say to those who are watching: always follow your heart. Always trust your intuition. If you know things aren't going to work out, or if you know things aren't going to be long term, then don't invest so much energy into it. I have been hurt multiple times over the last 8 years, and it's taken me 8 years to really find my self-worth. And in these 8 months that I've been divorced now, I am finding myself again. I am finally becoming happy again. I am seeing my family more than ever. Our bond and relationship has become so much better, and my relationships with my brothers and sisters have all really come full circle, and my bond with my parents have become stronger, and I'm finally at that point where I'm able to talk about this, and I'm not letting it get to me anymore. It has taken a lot of courage for me to finally move on with my life and finally refine myself and find ground and make purpose of my life. Yes, do I get depressed from time to time? I do. Do I still have my anxiety attacks, my panic attacks? Yes, I do. And divorce is never easy. You know, separating from someone that you truly did love and you really thought that you were going to spend your life with is hard. Do I at times miss the life that I once had? I do. But then I tell myself, Robbie, think about the bad times that you've had. And I always have to weigh the pros and cons. You know, we had good times. But then after every good time turned 10 more bad days. And it got into a constant cycle and a loop that I had to break it. And did it hurt both of us? It did. Do I think I made my right choice? In all reality, I do. I do believe in love. I do believe everyone who was meant to be in your life will be in your life. Do I think my forever Prince Charming is out there? I do. Am I rushing to find that Prince Charming now? I'm not. I am 31 years old. I am making it on my own. I have a wonderful apartment. I have a great life that I'm building for myself. I have an amazing career. I have amazing friends and a support team. I have an amazing family who has come full circle in supporting me and supporting me being gay and supporting my life, and who has always been there pushing me up and telling me that my life will go on. This is definitely hard to talk about. It is reliving or bringing back all of these emotions and flashback, and it's really taking a lot for me to not tear up, because my close friends know and my family know that I am a person who doesn't show emotion. I don't cry. I don't show emotion in my face. I lack emotional intelligence, and I admit that. And that's okay, you know? All I know is it does get better. Life does get better. You pick up the pieces, you put them back together, and you move on. And that's what I plan on doing with my life. I am a strong person. I know now what I deserve, and I know that I shouldn't just settle for anything. Anyone coming into my life moving forward, I gotta find that deep connection with. And my walls and barriers have been built since the divorce, and that's okay. I'm not in a rush to drop those barriers anytime soon. I need to do what's best for me. And for anyone watching this going through the situation and feeling lost and alone, just know you have support out there. You have many resources. You don't have to stay in a situation in which you feel stuck and are lonely and unhappy. You have to do what's best for you. And that's what I had to do. I had to do what was best for Robbie. And since then, I struggle from time to time. I'm human, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, I'm standing tall. I am doing okay. And what makes it hard is I have to see my ex every day. We share a mutual job together. But I have gotten to the point where I don't let it bother me anymore. I have completely detached myself from the situation. And we attempted to be civil and friends, but it's not going to work out for us. And that's okay. I don't hate my ex. I don't have any negative feelings for him. It didn't work, and that's okay. He will make someone happy, and I will find someone who makes me happy. Life is too short to stay depressed about things. Life is too short to not find your own happiness. Life is too short to not do things that you're meant to be doing. And this chapter has closed, but I'm the beginning to write my new chapter. My life is still full of surprises, and my life is still full of content. And I'm going to do my best to live my life. Life is too short to stay depressed about things. Life is too short to not find your own happiness. My message for those who are watching is life is too short. Be thankful what you have. Be thankful of your friends and family. And just know everything will get better. I hope you all have a good night.